Y'all, NBC just told the Democrats, not so fast, everyone hates you worse. Honest to God, this is going to be a video that you are going to fully enjoy, and it shows you what's really going on. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Y'all, we are going to dive into this. I am not going to bury the lead because your time is important on this Sunday. But when I say this is what's really going on, it is. And I've got the receipts. It's linked in the description box below. All right. So what I've got for you guys on this beautiful Sunday morning, we have a couple timestamps from one of the NBC News shows with Kirsten Welker. This is from Meet the Press. Now, it's meant as a little bit of a, ooh, Trump voters are doing this thing, until they start talking. In fact, you can even see by the title of this video, Trump voters who backed Democrats in 2025 are frustrated with the economy. Okay. Yeah, watch, because they didn't tell you this in the title. Now, let me get into this. I'm just going to jump straight in. Timestamps will also be in the description. First timestamp is at 5:34. Listen to this. It is mind-boggling.
Notable, though, we asked these voters about their views of the Democratic Party, which weren't exactly positive. Let's take a listen to a little bit of that.
What are the key characteristics or traits that best describe today's Democratic Party?
Elite, dishonest, scolding.
Pearl clutching.
Promises, no delivery.
Out of touch.
Dishonest.
Weak, unfocused, and grasping to the left.
Ineffective and old.
Kind of a lack of leadership.
Inconsiderate.
Out of touch.
I would say inconsiderate too.
It's kind of wishy-washy, like meh, like lackadaisical.
Ouch.
You can watch them for hours, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, I could watch them for hours. I could. Because here's the bottom line. While everyone is infighting on the right personalities, this is what's really happening under the surface. This is why it's so important that we cover these things when you spread these things out. Because I'm not going to get involved in something that doesn't matter. I'm going to focus on things that do matter. And what you just saw in this panel, that's all about Trump voters frustrated with the Republicans and the affordability in 2025. Yeah, they just said that about Team Blue. So if this whole mentality is, well, people are very unhappy about the pricing on some items, and people are very unhappy with Trump, so therefore they're going to vote Democrat, I'd pump your brakes real quick. But anyway, let's go to the next point. We're going to jump all the way to the beginning of this video, because again, we're going to jump around. I had to do it out of order, but this is really important. This one is from 0 seconds to 1:15. Listen to this, and this sets the premise. Amazing how they didn't lead with the Democrats getting smoked by their own people. But anyway, watch this.
The issue of affordability helped spur Donald Trump to victory last year, but also helped Democrats win big in off-year elections 1 month ago. The latest edition of NBC News Deciders Focus Group, produced by Syracuse University and the research firms Engatius and Sago, we heard from Trump voters who cast ballots for Democrats Mikey Sherrill and Abigail Spanberger in last month's New Jersey and Virginia gubernatorial elections. Nearly all of them say they are unhappy with how the White House is handling concerns about rising prices. And most say they're not satisfied with the president's second term so far. Listen.
So I'd like to know whether, on balance, looking at the entirety of the president's second term so far, you approve or disapprove of what this administration has done since it took over in January. By a show of fingers, who approves? Got Ashley? Just one of you. And who disapproves? By a show of fingers, who's seen significant increases in prices this year for things you buy regularly?
So right there, that's the opener. Who's pissed off at Donald Trump? Not the opener of all the horrible things about Democrats. But that's not why I want to do this video. The reason I want to do the video is the next segment, okay? So in that section that you just saw, it was all about how pricing has gone up and how people are displeased because the pricing has gone up, because affordability and the pricing of goods on everyday cost of living is a very important factor for everyone in this nation. That kind of transcends everybody. That's the old adage, it's the economy stupid. Yeah, that swing door swings both ways for my Southern people out there. But the thing that I really want to hit, and this is the key point, you'd think that this segment would be all about how these people who switched away from Donald Trump in a primary, or excuse me, in a special election for governor in both blue states, you would think that they'd say, I'm done with Trump forever, right? Because that's the way that this whole thing is framed, and you'd think that it would lead you into believing that's what's coming next, right? Yep, nope, watch this.
Joining me now is Director of Syracuse University's Democracy, Journalism, and Citizenship Institute, Margaret Talev. Margaret, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be back.
So let's talk about these voters. These are Trump voters. They do not approve of how this administration is handling inflation and affordability. Do any of them, though, Margaret, regret their votes?
You're asking a really important question. You're right. We had 14 voters in these 2 focus group panels. All 14 voted for Donald Trump last year for president. 10 out of 14 say they don't approve of the job he's doing. But do they want a do-over? And if they got a do-over with the 2 choices they had last time? No. I mean, and we've seen this consistently, and this is one of the challenges that Democrats face. And their question is, was the problem Kamala Harris or is the problem the Democratic Party? They'll find out.
Oh, who wants to have fun with that question? Did you see that? This is on NBC. Yeah, people are not pleased with Donald Trump. They're not loving the job he's done, but would they vote for somebody else in the other direction like Kamala Harris? Literally a visceral no. And then the follow-up of, though it remains to be seen, is that the Democrats or is it Kamala Harris? Hey, I can tell you, guy on the internet speaking, it was both. One, because Kamala Harris was an awful, god-awful candidate, and the second one was because the Democrat Party went down the party of woke world, and that's all they did, and they lost everybody that mattered. Their demographics remained, well, not everybody that mattered. That was a mean thing to say. They lost all the key demographics that are important for winning elections. That's what I meant to say. Let's just go with that. So what you've got now is an actual segment on NBC News, come here, that's saying how bad and set up how bad Donald Trump is and set up how bad Republicans are, how bad things are out there. But would they change any of their behaviors? Not at all. What's that translate to? People are frustrated. People need answers. People want answers. Are they going to throw the country down the frickin' tubes because they want those answers? No, they are not. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with, if you haven't lost the people, Republicans, White House, everybody, fix the issue they care about the most, make it your single primary focus, and you will win the day forever. It's not that difficult. It is the economy, stupid. It's an adage for a reason. Listen, I hope I landed that plane, guys. This one I felt needed to be said, and I hope you spread it out everywhere. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm Braden. I'll see you on the next one.